Yes, my tuppy love. Yes, baby. Yeah, Daddy will get you treats after. Daddy gotta do his video. My snuggie. My snuggie. You wanna say hi? Oh, you wanna say hi? Say hi. Say hi. Hey guys, welcome back to the Den. So this week on the Den, we're doing our random videos week. So I don't know if you guys remember, but a few weeks ago, I had talked about a video that I filmed based on a suggestion that a fan had sent in, and the video itself was very difficult for me to film at the time. So the subject of the video was the most impactful or meaningful moment of your life, or the most life-changing moment, like, you know, the moment that changed your life the most significant life-changing moment of yours. I don't know why I can't get that out, but anyway, so I did the video on it and edited it, or started to, and it was too hard to get through. So initially my plan was to just finish editing it and post that, but again, it was really difficult. So I'm gonna try and just do like a kind of a brief rehashing of what that video was all about, and yeah. So my most impactful and life-changing moment in my history, my personal history, was when I was 11 years old. My brother and we were out, I think, at some amusement park or some water park or something, just having a great day. And I remember all day there was this really like odd feeling in the pit of my stomach all day. Didn't know where it was coming from. I just thought, okay, maybe I ate something bad. Maybe I just, coming down with something. But later on that day, my father and his wife at the time were very kind of melancholy and drawn back, and they sat us down and told us that our grandmother had passed away. That was my first real experience with death. It wasn't my first experience with death. A few years before that, girl that I hung out with, so I guess it was like 7 or 8 at the time, her little sister got hit by a car. So that was my first experience with death. But the first experience with death related to me was my grandmother. Now, the reason why this was so impactful and so life-changing for me was because everything surrounding her death, there was just so much confusion and mystery and just so much going on, that there was just so much. We never really got closure on my grandmother's death for a long time. So basically what happened was she went missing and was missing for 7 days, and no one knew where she was. No one had heard from her. My aunt had checked her place, and her place was absolutely trashed. Like, there had been a huge fight. My grandmother was meticulous. Everything was always in its place, spotless, no fingerprints on anything. So to see my grandmother's place trashed and smashed and everything was very odd. And my mother and my aunt received a phone call from the police after she'd been missing for 7 days to come and identify a body that they believed may possibly have been my grandmother's. So what had happened was they had found my grandmother's body floating in the generation plant in Port Dalhousie, which is a small little suburb of St. Catharines. It's right on the water. It's absolutely beautiful. But because of that, I couldn't enjoy myself down in that area anymore. My grandmother was a very strong-willed person, had gone through a lot of tough times in her life. As I've said in previous videos, she was a lesbian, so she grew up in the era where it was not acceptable at all. And she was always very open and honest, and even with us, right from the time we were young children, she was open and honest with us, and that's kind of why I am the way I am in regards to my traditional values, is because I was always raised that gay or straight relationships are relationships, and the significance of relationships were stressed on me more than the importance of sex. So I owe a lot to her. I was actually named after her. Her name was Phil, Noreen Phyllis. So I'm actually named after my grandmother. So because her death was ruled a suicide, it was really hard on the whole family because we all knew that there was no way that she would have killed herself. And there was a lot of circumstantial evidence for a long time that just left a really uneasy feeling about the entire situation. I remember on the 20th anniversary of her death, we actually went down and laid roses, 20 roses for her. So it wasn't until then that we really kind of felt. Uh, so it wasn't even until 20 years after she had died that we really got closure on that. And actually, last summer, my aunt reopened the investigation on it, and it was determined that it was ruled accidental, and that was absolutely fantastic that they finally got that changed. I know it can't erase some of the hurt that went on because of it for the last 20 years, but it definitely helps. So her death was really, really big, and it made me really value people and friendships, and I'm now the kind of person that I will tell people I love them because you never know, you could. Oh, damn it. So because of that, I've become a very open person. It's the most important and impactful moment in my life, and I feel it definitely changed me for the better. Because in life, if you don't grow and learn from tough situations, then I've always been a firm believer that in any situation in life, you need to learn or take an experience out of it. So for me, that was a huge life changing moment, and it changed my value of relationships and my value of people. So I guess that's it. I don't really know where else to go with this, so I'm just gonna stop it here. Again, I owe you guys an apology for last week. I got my weeks mixed up. I thought that JD started this week. So JD actually starts this upcoming Tuesday, and this week we are doing our karaoke week. So I have to brush up on my vocals because we know last time around it wasn't that good, which is a slight understatement. So that's it for this week, guys. Thanks again for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Have yourselves a great day, and take care.